You might be asking yourself, should I actually transplant my hair, or is this a complete joke? Guys, I ended up doing my hair through Bosley, and I just did this to hopefully document the journey that I went on, and I see myself on camera a lot, so I was like, you know what, I was only on the lower end of the spectrum, meaning I didn't need a lot of hair grafts, but I ended up going through the entire Bosley plan of, you know, transplanting my hair. And I used a style called FUE. And basically, they take a portion of your hairs out from the back of your head and they transplant them to the top of your head. There's another program called FUT, which is actually less expensive, where they actually cut out part of your scalp and then they chop up the little hairs and then they put them into the top of your head. And while I'm not gonna go deep into what FUT and FUE is, but it is a little more painful to go with the FUE version, which is just a way that they do it, where they just take hairs, because I didn't want a scar on my head, just in case I ever cut my hair very short. So I'm gonna go through, you know, this entire experience, what the price of this is, how you get quoted about it. Is the price actually end up being what it's supposed to be? And then how the consultation service part of this was. So you basically get on a Zoom call and they give you an estimate on it. And then I'm going to tell you, I documented everything within the doctor's office, what the doctor tells you on the day of your visit, what do they tell you right before you go to the visit, and then the entire experience. And I'm shooting this 5 months later. So does this actual work? That's what we're about to find out.
All right, so day before surgery. This sucker, look at that. Bald and beautiful. Here I am, thinning nicely. Now we got, you know, we're right before surgery. So literally the morning of surgery, I took a quick video just to show you how much actual balding I was having. And getting ready for surgery, which is pretty easy. Basically, you just can't eat anything. Coffee and water. So I was getting prepared here, took a little intro video. You can see, you know, how bad I was thinning on the top and how thick the back is, as we're looking at now. So here we are driving to surgery, and you know, just again was preparing for surgery. I didn't shave my head before, and I thought maybe they would shave my head at the surgery center itself, but you know what? I grew it out. Well, we'll see what happens in the future.
I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but they apparently cut your hair for you, so I think I'm just gonna bank on that.
Just trying to get the mindset right, more or less, trying to make sure I'm gonna lay in a bed having surgery here for the next few hours. So there we are at the Bosley office in Minneapolis. St. Paul is where we got this done. Yeah, you end up filling out a little bit of paperwork when you walk in. No big deal, just get some waivers signed, of course, and I think you had to pay the final amount of your bill at this point. They end up getting you in for pictures, because after 1 year, they want you to come back for a review. So basically, they take a picture, see what your hair light is like at this point, and yeah, you smile into the camera, and they'll just take a quick few pictures of you, and you're into the next step. All right, Dr. I think it's Halford. He's much older than I was anticipating, but he knew a lot about hair transplant surgeries, ran me through all the pros and cons, of course. It was just a quick conversation before we got the process rolling. So at this point, he's basically drawing lines on my head and trying to see how thick my hair follicles were on the back side of my head. So the ones that you want transplanted to the top. Of course, they want a nice, thick, good hair, so it lasts a long time once they transplant it. And then he just showed me on the top of my head how thin the hairs were at the base and why they were falling out. Basically, hairs just get thinner and thinner until pretty soon they don't produce a hair anymore. So he was just kind of telling me where he's going to take the hair from and where he's going to put it. And then he proceeds to draw a hairline, because as your hair thins, your hair obviously recedes first. So he draws a new hairline, and that's where he plugs hairs into to give you a new hairline that looks natural. All right, shows you your new beautiful hairline, kind of gives you an idea what things are going to look like. Yeah, and then you get ready for the good parts coming up next in this video. You actually get to see how all this comes together, and why this doc is, you know, he's got a lot of experience in hair transplanting for sure. There I am. There's going to be my new hairline. So you can see right there how much my hair is actually receded. You know, and you can really see thinning at the top of my head. This is where they basically write up exactly what you are, how many hairs you need, and what stage of balding you are in. And he writes up exactly what he's going to do. And then you move back right to the chair. They shaved my head, or this is where they are shaving my head, where I thought they were going to shave my entire head. Well, ends up they had only shaved the sides of my head, and that is a number 1. So yeah, here I am. I have a pretty goofy haircut, and my self-esteem was pretty low. By this time, the drugs have kicked in, meaning they give you something to loosen you up, probably a little muscle relaxer, and you know what? Things have begun. The numbing process through here. So here's the room. It's a really small room, but there's a little TV up there that I remember. And then here's the process of them starting to install hairs. And they're basically taking the hairs out of the back of my head first before they transplanted them. I don't know that I was supposed to take pictures inside the facility, but I was. And so thank you, Bosley, for letting me do that. But yeah, this is basically where they were transplanting 1,600 hairs from the back of my head and then punching little holes in the top of my head.
All right, so we're officially like 3 hours after the initial surgery. They gave me this pretty cool ball cap. Doesn't even say Bosley on it, but covers up the painfulness. And apparently you can wear a hat. They put this bandage on me. Got my beautiful wife Chelsea driving us. She doesn't really like the cameras, but she did buy me Taco Bell, so that was nice. But yeah, you can see they punched 1,605 holes. Oh, hello. In and around my head. I didn't shave my head. They shaved the sides of my head. And, well, I think it looks fine. It's like a number 1, you know. I did the FUE, which means that they like drill around the root of your hair follicle and pull it out with like a tweezers. And they basically take that and then they make little slits in your head, 1,600 of them to be exactly, and they individually place each one of those roots into the freaking, like, into each little hole that they made. So I was thinning through the middle. They took all these little deals individually. What were they calling them? Hair transplants? Or follicle? They were calling them something. I was on a little bit of medication while I was in there. They gave me some kind of relaxer, and then they gave you something that doesn't make you nauseous, and then another thing that makes you not swell up. Well, you see many people leave the hospital all swelled up. They actually did a really nice job, whatever they treated my head with, and then they gave me some stuff that kept me from basically swelling. So if you find that everyone's got like a really swelled up forehead, I'm not saying I'm not gonna, and they thought I could swell up as well, but right now I feel pretty good. We're 3 hours after the operation, on the way home, a 4-hour drive. And yeah, no, it was pretty good. Honestly, it was pretty mellow, and I will go into further depth of every single step of the way. Every day we'll document how this went, what to expect going forward, just because I'm hoping to have my hair thick back for at least another 20 years. So stay tuned.
All right, we are post-surgery, and we are getting ready for the first night's rest after a long drive home, which was about a 5-hour drive all the way up to Grand Forks, North Dakota, where we live at. And, basically this is some of the most uncomfortable sleep that I've ever had to do. You can about imagine sleeping on an airplane with these little pillows. You have to sleep upright with no pressure on the back sides of your head, which if you try that at home, it is very difficult to do. So had very uncomfortable night rest, but we made it home. So still was feeling good. You can really see the picture here of the first day at home. It's very bloody on top. You can't even wash it, so you're going to get some weird smells and you're going to have just maybe some bleeding. But yeah, it's just very more unsightly than painful. The pain was actually near zero, even leaving. I really didn't have any pain at all during the surgery, which is astonishing to me. Here's your official update. My head doesn't hurt at all. That's the good news. The back of my head, what does it look like still?
A brain.
Oh, what does it look like? A brain?
Bloody.
So wherever they stole the hair from, that's what hurts today. And I found out when I took the bandages off last night that they gave me a pretty cute haircut. Oh, man. What do you think of the haircut?
Wow.
You don't like it?
They didn't cut off this little piece right there.
I don't know. All right, so here we are. We are getting our hair washed for the first time. My wife almost threw up on how bloody it was after we took off the cloth that we were sent home in. They didn't even give me a very nice haircut, which I was kind of upset about. But, we'll get over it because, of course, your hair grows fairly fast. And nothing was going to look good. And I don't know if I wanted that kind of that short of hair on the top of my head anyway. But yeah, basically all you can do is dump water over it. And then, that's pretty much it. But even just doing this, it ends up cleaning up things quite a bit just because you get some of those blood, some of the clotting off your head, the scabs that have formed. So, and again, I had very little pain at this time. So like this may look painful. I don't remember anything having any pain through this process whatsoever. So whatever they did at Bosley made it this whole process fairly pain-free, which made the process easier. All right, you can see even by the time we get done washing here, a lot of the loose blood has went away, so it doesn't look nearly as bad. And the little plugs is basically like a whole drill bit, the really small one that goes around the hair follicle and drills a small hole. But that's all you kind of see is the little scab dots. Right, got washed up. Day 1 in the books. Actually not painful, like literally a 1 or less, like not painful at all. So pretty cool. All right, finally, after 1 full day post-surgery, so this would be the day after surgery, I got to try to get some more sleep, and I could not figure out a way to get comfortable. I found this blanket, twisted it into a bunch of circles, trying to figure out a way that I could actually sleep without using the back of my head. This is a very difficult challenge, so if anyone can figure out a new way, then be my guest. Here we are on the second wash, and things are just about the same. Basically, all you can do, and basically, pat your head with some soap and, basically just dump warm water. So hopefully you're very good to your spouse and they will do this for you, like my wife is here. Even though I complained, she helped me out because you kind of need them to. You probably don't have to, but she was willing to help me here. There you can see the soap that we had to use, and it was basically specific for this surgery. Basically what she would do is take a little bit, and then put it on her hand. She would just dab it on the back of my head because, of course, you cannot rub anything because the new hairs on the top of your head are just starting to, really start getting healed. And it takes at least a week to 10 days, they said, before you can really start washing your head. Even a few days. It just obviously, you know, you're transplanting one part of your body to another part, so it needed time to heal for the blood clot and for new skin to form. So yeah, basically you just pat your head and then you rinse it off with water, and that's about as clean as you could get for the first couple days. And I could not wait at this point to just take a normal shower.
Well, we got a shower in. Well, you dump water over your head basically, but we got her looking much better as far as the blood goes. So good there. Finally got to wash my hair. Just basically patting this weird shampoo into your hair and then, I don't know, rinsing it with a cup. So being gentle. But it was good to shower. So no pain again today. Swelling is still somewhat there, but I'm doing good. Doing good. Hopeful in a week, be back to at least semi-normal. So here's your update, day 2.
All right, here we are, day 3. Finally made it, and you know, just check in quickly what things are looking like. A lot of the scabs are washing out. I got to kind of wash my head more normally in a shower, and you know, things were on the up and up. So this is just 3 days past surgery. Hey, I was feeling pretty good, and I thought everything still was pain-free. It was awesome.
Day 4. Still sore back there. Bleeding or?
Looks like, it doesn't look like there's fresh blood, just still kind of crusty blood.
Sunday should be the last day you need to help me wash my head. It should be good after that. This Monday's tough on me. Alright, day 4. All right, here we are on day 5. So day 5, we started to have a little pain for some reason. Seems to be healing well. I'm washing my head every night with some, I don't know, special shampoo they give you. So it's we're getting it. We're going somewhere now, but I pretty much repeat this process every night. I'm just having a little pain, like where they stole the most hair from, like the top of the crown. So this little day 5 update, but yeah, everything's feeling good. Hoping to go back to normal. I got a haircut for like basically day like 14. No, I'll be on day like 10 or 11. So I just gotta smooth out this haircut, and I had more pain today than I've ever have, which I don't know if that just means things are healing, but yeah, things are a little itchy. So anyway, day 5, starting to look more normal, I guess. So all right, I'll update you guys in a couple days. It'll be a week, so stay tuned. Probably not the cutest haircut, but a little update on my head. You can see it's healing up. Little hairs are already growing, and the scabs are starting to shower normal. I'm on day 8. Pretty much been pain-free in this whole journey, so that's good, and more or less trying to heal. So you can kind of see most of the pain from is where they stole the hairs from, not necessarily where they planted the new hairs in, so that was kind of weird. But anywho, yeah, little update. We're doing good. Finally healed back up. I can sleep normal. Trying to sleep with an airplane pillow, sleeping upright for freaking 3 days. Nightmare. That was the worst part. It's like I need my 7 hours of sleep, otherwise I don't perform very well. So there's your little update. 8 days in. All right, day 9. Here we go. So pretty much no pain. Got a better haircut. Feeling a little better about myself. Here comes my son. Looks pretty good. There's still a little bit of pain from where they took the hair from, but starting to blend. Hairstylist said it would all blend together, so I'm hoping, but day 9, starting to get some little hairs that grow. All right, what's up, dude? How's my hair look? Good. Thanks, bud. All right, day 9. See you in a bit. 2 week. Here is the 2 week update. Can style my hair now. Just you can see the little hairs growing in. Finally got to work out today as well, which was nice. I did get a haircut last Thursday. But yeah, we're at about the 2 week mark here. So just wanted to provide some results. Pretty much no pain. Just some weird, I think it's like drying and getting itchy. So really that's about all it right here, but it's starting to grow in. So I'll give you another report in a week. All right, we are on week 3. This is before I get a haircut because I'm on my second haircut now. But I gelled my hair because you can see my scalp a little better. See little hairs growing. And pretty much the back is filled in now. So I have really long hairs and really short hairs, if you can see them clearly enough. I will update with a month. We're getting close. All right, here we are, 1 month. So just a quick review. Things are healing. My scalp is probably just more red than I anticipated, but you can't tell from a few feet away, but obviously if I hold the camera on it. The back grew in nice. I think kind of showed that last time at the 3 weeks. You kind of noticed the back just fills right in. Obviously it's the thickest. It was itchy, probably is my biggest thing. It was more irritating than anything. It didn't hurt at all. It's just like I was just rubbing your hair, not trying to scratch your hair. I think it was just healing. So, but yeah, you can notice the scalp is still pretty red. Is still filling in, it seems like. So 1 month in, we got some hairs growing. I don't know, they're probably a centimeter long or something. So yeah, I'm done with all the shampoos. Just everything is normal. Hope to come out in another month from now. I'll give you guys another update. Hopefully things fill in nicely. And I heard at month 2 that all the hairs fall out. So stick around.
All right, it's been 90 days since I've had the Bosley FUE treatment. And so everything has came in nice. Little bit of healing for sure. Basically like month 2, you really notice the itching where the healing is going on, like on the back of your head where they actually pull out the hairs in the thickest parts of your hair. And then after in month 2, I really noticed that there's just like bumps. So basically they told me that these hairs are gonna come up, and you know, painful, almost pimple-like, wherever these hairs were. Not all of them, but just some of the areas, it was like a painful, like, felt like an egg on the top of my head. I mean, it was just swollen up, and then, I don't know, it must just heal after a while, but it has thickened up. Most of these hairs are, you know, about a 1/4 inch long. This is still just my existing hair, so I think by month 4 they said it should be fully growing, and 5. So I'm really hoping that in the next 30 days-ish that this hair, the hair that's coming in, grows out to the length that the hair is now. So that's what I'm waiting for.
So guys, does this actually freaking work? Well, I'm 7 months into this whole ordeal, and it hasn't been obviously very involved the last few months, because more or less things are just healing, and you know, I don't really have to do anything because life kind of just goes on once your hair does grow out. And so do I think that the price is too much, or you know, does it seem in line for what it is? Well, you know, I think you have to make that determination yourself. Does 12 grand really change the world for you? Does it give you the credibility that you want in front of a camera, the self-esteem that you need to keep doing whatever you're doing in your career? You know, you really have to make that decision yourself at the end of the day, but for me, I felt better about it. I'll be, you know, hopefully good for 10, 20 years. Obviously, the new hairs that are transplanted will be there much longer than even the old hairs. And you know, I'm pretty happy with the results. You know, it's a little bit indifferent because like the hairs they pull from the side of your head kind of grow differently than the ones on your top of your head. They, you know, might be curlier or whatever. So it is a little bit different, but at the end of the day, guys, I got my hair back. It's thicker than it ever has been. I should be good, hopefully, for the next decade or 2. And if I make it that far, that is all I'm trying to do. And you know what? The process was pretty much as smooth as you could put it. Overall experience, Bosley did a good job talking to me in the beginning. They ended up walking me through the entire deal. I literally had the phone number for my surgeon who threw it in. And you know, it is pretty much pain-free. Of course, there's some uncomfortableness for the first month, but really just the first few days because you're trying to stay off your head, as we said before. So I think overall, like, I really thought Bosley did a good job. I would never like decide to go save 8 grand and fly overseas to go get this done. That doesn't make much sense to me. They did a very nice job. You know, you pay with your credit card and you're done, over with, and the experience is good. So guys, what do you think below? Would you go through the process of FUE, or would you do FUT, which where they cut out a piece of your scalp? I want to know in the comments below, you know, is this something that you think was worth it for me? Maybe you think I'm an idiot and I should have done this. I really want to know what you guys think in the comments below, because this was a big deal to me. It was a big decision. And at the end of the day, I feel like I made the right choice for myself, but I want to know what you think. Thanks guys for watching.